So that's his starting point, and then he runs the room. It's all that awesome lines. He hit all over here. He did this floor, then he started here. He then went into the kitchen area, got all that. And he did this. And he stopped right about here. Came back this way. He does a ring around the perimeter of the whole house. And then he just goes back and forth, reading out what he's missed, and he'll go back to things that he hasn't done yet. And now he's finished with this room. And he knows he stopped right there. And he'll do a little spin to scan the room with the laser. And continue where he left off. He maps out a certain amount of square feet, and he'll ring that area. And he knows where he's been already. You can find these relatively cheap on eBay. I think this little dude was like 80 bucks, and I spent 40 bucks on a battery. He's already been running over an hour now. And when you put new batteries in, you have to run it through 3 full cycles after you go into the menu and click new battery. Also upgraded the bearings in the brush ends. They just have little bushings. And the little bushings just look like this. There's no, it's all friction, pretty much crap. The ones I got on eBay were about 10 bucks and dramatically increases your runtime. Also, when you're checking out your house, make sure if you have any mats like this one here, it's a little too high. I have to slide it out so he doesn't get stuck underneath. But he has no problem going over it. Another spot that I had difficulty with, so I just put up some boxes when cleaning. Even though that has a lip of about like that, he will try to climb that and get up on top of it and can get stuck. They're not as cool as my boy Dozer over here. This is the Neato Botvac D5. Thoroughly impressed by it. It covers the entire house. The no-go lines on the app are amazing. Also, it has a much bigger bin. The other bin on this other robot, the 21, is only about half of that. These guys are super easy to clean, maintenance-wise. On the brush, if you use just like a store-bought, those little black combs, you can kind of brush all the carpet fibers and anything else out of it. Super easy. And one other thing I did, which I saw a guy online doing, is I took a razor blade and cut the edges of the silicone, and then you can pop it open, and then you can get in there with a vacuum. Makes it a lot better. I just use a little piece of tape to hold this in place. This is just kind of like a pre-filter, but all the smaller particles get through, but you can vacuum them out easier and get a lot more life out of your filters. So that's enough of Dozer. He's not the main star here. Although he is awesome. But if you're looking just for a good budget robot, the X21 is a great choice. Super cheap on eBay if you find the right bidding. You just have to do a little more obstacle avoidance. Like I just threw a charge 3 speaker down here because I've got 3 of them, and it blocks them from getting stuck under that. Also an amazing speaker, by the way. That's not why we're here. One thing that's cool though on the X21 and also the D5, when it curves a corner, it does that little backup to get closer to the wall, which is really neat. I am going to do a more in-depth review of this little dude. We'll take out all the bins, flip them over, show all the little settings. If anyone has any questions, then those should be answered by that. One thing about the Neatos is they can get stuck under chairs quite easily, but for the most part, they're very decent at navigation. The laser is so much better than what Roomba has going on. I can have a pitch black house, and little dude has no problem finding his way around. Alright, Dozer's mad at me. What'd I do? Did I not put your bin in right? There you go. Yeah, he'll sit and beep at you. It's funny, the D5 start making noises when they're mad at you. Definitely D5 is my favorite. Of course, the D8 has not came out yet, so I'm going to wait for that. D7's cool and all, but I think the D8's going to be awesome. No idea what they got in store for that. But yeah, no, just best little beginner robot. The X21's great. We have 2 cats and fur everywhere. These little Neatos are great. They get off in the corners. They get in the carpet good. A lot more hair. Pet hair usually gets all the way in the bin. Human hair is usually all wrapped around the brush, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But not a bad thing because it's not on the floor anymore. You're not coming in here, buddy, because we already did that room. Oh, another thing with this guy, the D5 is awesome because it has the app. You can do no-go lines, keep it out of any rooms you want. You could write on the carpet if you want. You just draw letters. It's pretty neat, which I'm probably going to do for Valentine's Day. Might do a video of that. But anywhere you don't want this guy to go, you can either use the magnet strips or just shut a door. Fair enough. Well, I think we got a pretty good idea of this little guy. This battery he's got left. He's right about drained. Yeah, he's been cleaning well over an hour. Pretty impressed by the bearing upgrade and the new battery. And we'll watch him run for a little longer. If you live in an apartment, this dude's perfect. There's 2 other rooms in the house. His battery's almost dead, so he would have never been able to make all that. But for what it's worth, they're cool because he will go back to his own dock, recharge, and he would come back out when he's full again. So he can handle a full house. It would just take 2 spells. Dozer, on the other hand, can knock out the entire house, still have juice left over. Pretty impressed by the lithium-ion batteries. Which this little guy is not. He's got the old school nickel batteries. Which is why I've spent the entire day today. This is the 3rd run. You have to do 3 full runs with them to break in the batteries. Full conditioning. Oh, awesome. So now he has ran out of juice. And now he's going to find his way home. He's trying to get there now. I'm hungry, man. It's pretty awesome, the technology, even though this is a well older, I think these are 2012 or 2010, but still the processors and computer inside this little dude is pretty neat. He remembers his whole entire cleaning path, where he's been, where he's not been, and how to get home. Keep going, you're almost there. Oh, and then the end is so funny. You'll see. You're so close, buddy. You can make it. Come on. And when he gets home, he does his happy dance. Check this out. Happy dance. It's so lame. And he'll just keep wiggling and wiggling until he gets fully connected down there. And you know he's fully connected when the little light starts flashing red. And it'll say cleaning suspended. We're not doing that because I don't need little dude running around anymore. So you go to stop cleaning, select. I was going to show you real quick all the little things. We start on the menu. You got spot clean, schedule, set clock, language, and support. If you put brand new batteries in one of these, you click down, down, hit support, one more. Oh no, it's in support. That's where it is. Okay, show revisions. That's if you want to see what firmware you're running. You got your warranty info, which this dude's way old. You can also shut down, set LEDs, bin alert, and then you have new battery, which I already did, so don't click that again. And then to get fully out, you just click on the back button. Now you can go to support. And go show revisions if you want to see what firmware you're running. It also has the serial number and what board it's running and just different things. Very easy navigation. 3.2, they have a 3.4 firmware, but I think Neato completely took that off their site. It would give him better runtime, better navigation, slightly better. So I'm gonna have to see if I can find a third-party firmware that I can do that on. Yeah, you just get a little dude set. You can set times that you want him to go out and run around. I've cleaned the house, like this is his third run, so there's probably not much in here. Yeah, you can see it's only a little bit. Also, when you are going to store these little guys, or if you're going to do maintenance, it has a little on-off button, and you can turn it to off. Then when you can clean, have no problems with any of that. Also, if you hold the button down while you have it on, it'll turn off the LED backlit. What else? I think that's pretty much it. But little dude's got a pretty good roller on there. The wheels are cool. You can take the screws out, and on the other side, that little silver in the middle that pops out, and you can clean all the hair out of the wheels. The batteries are located in that compartment and that compartment. You buy them in sets of 2. And then that's just all your basic info on the bottom of every Neato. So glad that you could join us. And I'm going to do a lot more videos, more in depth. I'm going to do that. I have 2 more robots on order, so those should be getting in soon. All right, take it easy.